We are discussing about phylum Chordata. What is called? Phylum Chordata. Chorda. Chorda means string. What is the meaning of chorda? Chorda means string. That point you should have to remember. Chordata is the largest phylum. Largest phylum. First point. Next, with the largest phylum with the most familiar group of animals. Most familiar group of animals. This point you should have to remember. Okay, next one. What are those animals such as number one, fishes and amphibians. Fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. This point you should have to remember. And less known forms such as, very important, less known forms such as lancelets. Lancelets nothing but Amphioxus. Very less Amphioxus. Okay, and the tunicates. Tunicates means, you know very well, Ascidian. This point you should have to remember. Lancelet means Amphioxus, tunicates, Ascidians. Okay, all chordates. Next point. All chordate possess some fundamental distinct features. Fundamental distinct features at their life cycle at some stage. At some stage of their life cycle. This point you should have to remember. So what are those? First one. The point you have to remember. First one. Presence of elongated rod-like notochord. Very important. Presence of elongated rod-like notochord below the nerve cord. Okay, below the nerve cord and above the alimentary canal. It is present. First point. Next one, it's a primitive skeleton. This notochord serves as primitive skeleton. It may persist throughout life. Also it is present throughout life in lancelets. Okay, next throughout life lancelets and lampreys. The notochord is present throughout life. And in adult vertebrates, okay, adult vertebrates, what is that one? It may be partially completed. It may be partially completely replaced by backbone, backbone, okay, or vertebral column. So this point you should have to remember. So once again, the diagram you see, the diagram I'm drawing, you see like this. Okay, like these parts will be there. Okay, like these parts, and what I said, there will be one structures will be there like this. Okay, what are these? It's like these structures. They will be called, this particular part is called mouth. This particular parts are called gill slits, pharyngeal. What you called gill slits. Next, what you called anus. What you called anus, and tail, anal tail, and this one we are going to discuss. The small, what you called, these are called muscle segments, muscle segments. Okay, these points you have to remember. And next important point, what you have to remember is this one you have to remember. That particular part, this particular part will be called, what do you call this particular part only called notochord. What do you call notochord? Next, the above, what do you call this above, the most important structure will be there. This is the above, that is only, what do you call this structure? This structure only called, very very important, this is called vertebral, what do you call vertebral column. So these all are a typical chordate. What do you call typical chordate characters? Okay, okay children, observe very carefully what we are discussing about chordata. Next phylum is chordata. The chorda means, what is the meaning of chorda? It's a string. So largest phylum with most familiar group of animals. So largest phylum, very familiar group of animals are there, such as fishes. Fishes comes under chordata. Amphibians, frogs, reptiles, snakes, crocodiles, birds, mammals, all comes under this phylum chordata. They have less known forms such as lancelets and tunicates. Even lancelets, some less known. That much information not there about this, but they also have lancelets, also called Amphioxus, tunicates, Assyrian. They also have notochord. Okay. Next point, the fundamental distinct features at some stages of their life cycle. What are those? Presence of elongated rod-like notochord. This is the rod-like, what do you call, this is the rod-like notochord. And below the nerve cord, this is the nerve cord. This is notochord. Okay, both nerve cord, notochord togetherly called vertebral column. So below the nerve cord and above the alimentary canal. So this is alimentary canal, this is vertebral column. So what I am telling is, this is a primitive skeleton. Throughout the life, it is acts as a primitive skeleton in is all what you called chordates. First formed skeleton like that. And the lancelets and lampreys. Lancelets and lampreys, only notochord, not vertebral column. This lancelet and lampreys are called animals shows the notochord throughout their life. Adult vertebrates. So developed vertebrates, it may be partially or completely replaced by which one? Backbone or vertebral column. Adult vertebrates, partially the notochord is present, or what in there, completely replaced by backbone or vertebral column. See the now, mouth is there, pharyngeal gill slits are there, anus, this is the anus, this is a tail, this is muscle segments, this is a notochord, vertebral column. So these all are what you call typical chordate characters. What you call typical chordate characters. So next, one more fundamental feature we are going to discuss about chordates. Okay, next, another fundamental feature. This point you should have to remember. Okay, children, observe very carefully. One more fundamental character we are discussing. What are those? A dorsal hollow. They called dorsal hollow, or what we called tubular. Dorsal hollow or tubular fluid filled. This point you should have to remember. Fluid filled nerve cord. Nerve cord. Okay, nerve cord lies above the what you called, this is nerve cord. What do you call this is nerve cord. Nerve cord. This point you should have to remember. Nerve cord. Above one. Cord lies above the which one? Notochord. Notochord. Okay. So tubular fluid nerve cord lies above the notochord and what you called below the dorsal body wall. Dorsal body wall. This point also you should have to remember. It serves to, what is this function, nerve cord? It serves to integrate and coordinate the body functions. Integrate and coordinate the body functions. This point you should have to remember. In higher chordates, this point you should have to remember. In higher chordates, the anterior end of nerve cord, okay, gets enlarged. Okay, this point, brain formation, very well. Enlarged to form the brain. Okay, this point also you should have to. And the posterior part becomes what you call, very well, the posterior part becomes the spinal cord. Very well, that is called spinal cord. What do you call spinal cord? Protect inside the vertebral column. Protect inside the which one? Vertebral column. This point also you should have to remember. Okay, children. So next one we are going to discuss a little bit later. Now you see a dorsal hollow tubular fluid filled nerve cord. This one is called this one. Above the notochord, what is that? Nerve cord is there. This is nerve cord. The nerve cord, what is called, lies above the notochord and below the dorsal body wall. This is the dorsal body wall. So next, it integrates and coordinates the body functions. It helpful for coordination of body functions. In higher chordates, anterior end of nerve cord. See now this particular part. This anterior end in higher chordates, it part gets enlarged to form which one? This is the main important one. What is that part? Brain. And the posterior part becomes the This posterior parts becomes which one? Spinal cord. It protects the which one? It protects the inside the vertebral column. Here vertebral column is there in the sense that will be protects the in vertebral column. Okay, children. So like this, nerve cord also will be present. The next important feature we are going to discuss. What is that one? Next important feature. The next important feature of chordates. What are those? Presence of pharyngeal. What do you call? Pharyngeal gill slits. Pharyngeal gill slits or clefts. What do you call? Pharyngeal gill slits or clefts are present in all chordates. In all chordates, these are present. Okay, in all chordates at some stage, not all stages, but some stages, some stage of their life cycle. What is called? Gill slits. Their life cycle. Next important point is it is a series of gill slits. It is a series of what is called gill slits or gill clefts. Gill clefts. This point you should have to remember. That perforates the wall of pharynx. It perforates the wall walls of very important pharynx. Perforate the walls of pharynx and appears during the it appears during the development of every chordate. Appears during the development of which one? Every chordate. So every chordate all shows the which one? The gill slits. Okay. Next important. In aquatic form, in water, what is called in aquatic forms, these gill slits. Okay, in aquatic forms, pharyngeal gill slits are vascular, means which contains blood, and lamellar. They have lamella. Cover is there. Gill lamella is there, and form the gills and forms gills. Okay, which is helpful for very well for what? Respiration. What is called? Respiration. Next one, in terrestrial chordates. What is called? In terrestrial chordates. We are going to discuss about terrestrial chordates. What is that one? Trace of non-functional gills. Trace of non-functional gills. Okay, this point you should have to remember. Trace of non-functional gills, gill clefts. Okay, appear during which time? Appear during embryonic developmental stages. Which one? Embryonic developmental stages. In the embryonic developmental stages, these gill clefts are appear. Next important one, and disappear later. Okay, children, this point you should have to remember. Besides and above the said features, these all are chordates are which one? Bilaterally symmetrical. These chordates are which one? Bilaterally symmetrical. First point, triploblastic. Second point, you know very well, triploblastic. Next, what are the parts? Come on, they are coelomates. Coelomates. Next, organ level organization. Organ level organization, and post-anal tail. Post-anal tail. Closed circulation system. Okay, this was the closed circulation system. Next, another important one, myogenic heart. Ventral, not dorsal. Ventral myogenic heart also will be present in the chordates, except in amphioxus. Except amphioxus. Okay, very important point. This also you should have to remember. Okay, children, observe very carefully. We are discussing about this one, pharyngeal gill slits. This one, pharyngeal gill slits. This pharyngeal gill slits. The pharyngeal gill slits, first point. Pharyngeal gill slits are clefts in all chordates on some stages of their life cycle. So these all gill slits in the life cycle, some stages are there. In the chordates life cycle, at some stages only, these pharyngeal gill slits are present. It is a series of gill slits or gill clefts. See? Series of 1, 2, 3 like that. Series of gill slits or gill clefts are present. Clefts are present. They performs the what you called wall of pharynx. Perforates where it will go. They perforates the wall of pharynx and appear during the development of every chordate. It perforates the wall of pharynx and appear only during the development of every chordate. In aquatic forms, they are vascular, they have blood, lamella is there and forms the gills for what? Respiration. This is a point you should have to remember. Terrestrial chordates, trace of non-functional gill clefts appear. So non-functional, this point you should have to remember. Non-functional gill clefts appear during which time? Embryonic development stages and disappear later. So they are all chordates. Now come to all chordates. All chordates are bilaterally symmetrical. All chordates are what you called bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic. You know very well, ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm, and coelomates. Coelom is there, and organ level organization. They have post-anal tail, closed circulation system, blood flow in the blood vessels. They have ventral myogenic heart, except amphioxus. This is a neat bit. Except amphioxus. So amphioxus don't have ventral myogenic heart. The remaining all have myogenic heart. So these points you should have to remember. Okay, children. Now very quickly we will cover the differences between chordates and non-chordates. We will cover differences between what we call chordates and non-chordates. We will cover. What are those? We are going to check it. Differences between chordates and non-chordates. Okay, first one. What is that one? Notochord is present. Notochord is present. This one you have to remember. Here, absence of notochord. Absence of notochord. Notochord. Notochord is absent. Second point. Dorsal hollow. Dorsal and hollow and single nerve cord. Single nerve cord. Nerve cord will be present. Then here, what is here? Double ventral non-chordates. Double ventral solid nerve cord. Double ventral solid nerve cord will be present. Next, here what? Pharynx perforated by pharynx perforated. What is called? Pharynx perforated by which one? Gill slits. Next, here gill slits are absent. What is that? Gill slits are absent. Gill slits are absent. Next one, heart is ventrally placed. Heart is ventrally placed. Means inside the heart, ventral side heart is present. Here what? Heart is dorsal. Heart is dorsal or laterally placed. Or laterally or absent. Okay, this point you should have to remember. Post-anal tail is present. Which one? Post-anal tail is present. Here what? Here the post-anal tail is absent. Post-anal tail is absent. Here what? Elementary canal placed. Elementary canal. Okay, elementary canal will be there. Elementary canal. Okay, elementary canal placed ventral to the nerve cord. Ventral to nerve cord. Okay, this point you should have to remember. Ventral to nerve cord. Next, what about this elementary canal placed here? Elementary canal. Okay, elementary canal placed dorsal to the nerve cord. Dorsal to the nerve cord. This point you should have to remember. Okay, children, observe very carefully the differences between the chordates and the non-chordates we are discussing. First one, what? Notochord is present chordate. Notochord is absent in the non-chordates. Dorsal, hollow and single nerve cord is present. Double ventral solid nerve cord is present. Nerve cord, here I am telling nerve cord. Here pharynx perforated by gill slits. Here gill slits are absent. The heart is ventrally placed. You know, gill slits are, just I showed like that, gill slits are present. Here gill slits are absent. Heart is ventrally placed. Heart is dorsally placed or laterally placed or absent. Post-anal tail is present. Here post-anal tail is absent. The elementary canal from where? Ventral to nerve cord. Ventral side is present and to nerve cord. But in the elementary canal placed dorsal to the nerve cord. Ventral to nerve cord, dorsal to the nerve cord. Like this, the characteristics features are there. Tomorrow we will discuss about subphylum. Tomorrow we will discuss about subphylum Urochordata. Okay, children. Thank you very much. Next class we will meet with the Urochordata. Thank you.